two travel agents with an ocean-sized obsession for small ship cruising.
Get ready as we inspire you to sail beyond the brochure.
It's the ship less traveled.
Hey everybody, it's Dave and Lorraine with the Ship Less Traveled. How you doing today, Lorraine?
I'm good, thank you, Dave. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's another busy day and we're taking some time out to record another episode. And today's a topic that I think it might be a little controversial, but I think it's an important one that we talk about. And the topic we're going to address today is why you should book your trips with us and not with them. And when we talk about them, there's a specific segment of things that are popping up. We're seeing a lot of new travel agents, fly-by-night travel agents, things that we think you should be aware of. It's always your choice as a customer who you want to choose business with. We think we are a good fit, and today we're going to expand on the reasons why. So, Lorraine, I'm sure you're seeing it over there on your side of the pond, just as we're seeing it here. There seems to be everybody in the neighborhood is popping up and becoming a home-based travel agent all of a sudden.
Sadly, the industry is becoming polluted, Dave, over here, and I'm sure I've heard about a lot of it in the US and Canada and probably other countries too.
Yeah.
MLMs, which I actually have no issue with in regards to anything you want to sell. The travel industry is a different thing altogether. We are dealing with real people's holidays, real people's money. And I genuinely think, you have to be trained, you have to receive the certifications. You need proper training for this job. It is not a fly-by-night job. You can't just book a holiday for somebody. Yeah,
The
that's
stakes are
how I'm
huge.
feeling right now.
I was just going to say that the stakes are huge, and it's interesting that you mentioned multi-level marketing because that's how I feel sometimes when I see this is that, we're not the neighborhood Avon lady selling cosmetics or Tupperware for your kitchen. MLM can work really well for some things, but when we're talking about trips and the price points and the emotions, you really want to have a great trip. We want you to have a great trip. There's no room for chance.
Yeah, I mean, I put out, snippets in my group of things that can go wrong. And it's scary, as I said, when you're dealing with real people's trips and you don't really know what you're doing, a whole world of problems can occur. And you can lose a lot of money. I'm not even joking, and a lot of these companies are not properly bonded and you have to fight to get your money back. It's scary. It's scary what happens. And off the top of my head, I can name a few things that can go wrong. And I- I've heard of people personally where these things have happened.
Absolutely. And there the perils, like you've said, it's financial or health and safety, just the ruining of a holiday, or also misinformation, I think can be a big thing as well. There's people that are out there now, everybody is becoming in a home-based travel agent, and even if they mean very well, they're not trained, and so they can be putting out horribly wrong information, and then a traveler books and they go and their expectations are out of order, they don't have the right facts. Those things can really make a holiday go south. And I don't mean down to Tenerife. So, but I see a lot of times these agents they pop up and again, you can't generalize, but sometimes these folks have a 9 to 5 job existing, or they have a few other little side hustles and side gigs, and this just becomes another part of their very busy puzzle. And as a customer, I would have to think if I was sitting on that side of the desk and I was looking to make the investment of a holiday, I would want somebody committed and I'd want somebody I would know that can be there. And I know you and I, we both work at this in a full-time way. This is a dedicated profession for us. It's not a hobby.
Yeah, exactly. And do you know what? I mean, I'm all for it. People these days, I see it a lot, on the community sites. Why should I use a travel agent? Okay, we all have computers at home now. We all can go in and find a really quick holiday, pay for it, job done. But travel agents like you and I, we specialize. We specialize in small ship cruising, multi-center holidays that you just need the expertise from a specialist. You know, anything can go wrong. And even if you're just booking an exotic holiday, you're going to South Africa or you're going to Asia and you want that multi-center holiday, you need to use someone who's qualified and experienced for that kind of holiday for sure.
Absolutely. A lot of times I think about travel and I think about different fields that would be similar. Real estate, for example, sure, you could sell your house and you can probably buy a kit to guide you on that or download something from Pinterest. But is that really the way to go about selling your house? Or legal situations, you can write your own divorce paperwork, but is that the right way to get divorced? I'm not sure. All I know is that when you're looking for your next wife or husband, give me a buzz. I can send you on a cruise where you can meet them. But in the meantime, you got to think about what you should be taking on. And vacations do take time to plan. And is your time better spent doing other things or letting a professional handle it? And maybe that's a topic for another day. I think one thing we can help people out with, though, on the topic of why they should book with us and not with them is what are the pitfalls or what are the red flags you would say when you see somebody who might be an unqualified home agent? What should a customer be looking for?
Well, really, first of all, check which company they're aligned with. Check their training credentials, if they've got any qualifications, or whether they've just been sat in front of a manual for 2 weeks, hoping that that will help them, book all the holidays that are out there. I mean, also ask them, is this their full-time job? How long have they been in travel for? You know, how many countries have they been to personally? How many bookings have they actually made for other people and not just themselves and their friends? And that's the thing. I mean, people come on, and it's like, oh, I book holidays for myself and my friends, and that's really great, and I'm a great travel agent. No, that doesn't make you a travel agent. That makes you someone who's just helping out a friend. You're not qualified and trained, and I don't even know how to put that into words properly, Dave. Honestly, it's just a
Be
feeling.
blunt.
It just it frustrates because I don't want the travel industry to be hurt by this. And it is getting hurt by this. And I've been in this industry over 30 years. And yes, things used to be a lot different before the internet. It was easy, you'd have customers come into your shop, they'd sit in front of you, you'd give them some quotes, they'd book it, happy, everyone's happy. And I wish it could always be like that. And I know it can't, but you still need someone with qualifications who has experience and preferably a specialist, who knows what they're doing, to book your holiday for you.
Absolutely. And to get back to the red flags, I think that's absolutely one thing that someone should look for. Can you interview your travel agent? Can they answer the questions you need to ask? And if they can't answer those questions or if they're bouncing around and not being specific, as a customer, I would take that as a red flag. And here's two more red flags I'm going to raise and get your opinion on, of course. And the first would be I find a lot of times these folks tend to overpromise. They promise water from the moon and it's the best deals and it's that they can get you things that anybody else can. And it just sounds like a snake oil salesman. And if it sounds too good to be true, I think it probably is. I can help you find a good deal. I can help you vet a good deal. I love to help people find a great deal. If we can get a great trip and you can save, that's wonderful. But just be mindful about the whole over-promising thing. What do you think about that, Lorraine?
100%. I mean, and not everybody's looking for deals. A lot of people want still old fashioned, but people want the customer service. People want your value and your time, and they want to be looked after and know that everything's booked right for you. And that's got to be up there on top of budget, even on top of value, that you're booking what's right for you. But yeah, definitely. And over promising on a holiday is really not a good thing, because what if you've over promised and then you can't do it?
Exactly. And I think sometimes this happens because, again, we go back to these folks and inexperience, and maybe they're seeing something that's too good to be true, and then they're passing it on, and it becomes a horrible telephone game. But this isn't a game at a children's party. This is a game with people's vacations and holiday time and holiday budget on the line. And that's too much to have as a risk, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think another warning sign, and I'm inspired by one of the UK's greats, Gordon Ramsay. You know, he would go into those restaurants that have too many things on the menu and read them for that. And it's true, if you see a travel agent, I think, that's promising everything and they can book everything, they'll do this and that and the other, and they don't have a specialty, but rather every single thing. I would be really concerned about a travel agent like that, because what are they really good at? Anything in particular, or just talking about a lot of stuff?
Yeah. I mean, going back again to the olden days, 30 years ago, we did book everything, but people have definitely, travel agents have definitely branched out now. I mean, personally, unless I'm adding it to a cruise booking, I do not book any land holidays. You know, on their own. I do not book sorry, land holidays anywhere in the world, because that is not my vibe. That is not what I believe is a great holiday.
Yep.
You know, and I think, you know, at our time of life and the fact that I've been in the industry so long, I can choose what I want to book. And I know what I'm booking is what people will love, you know?
I
So no,
agree.
I'm not everything to everybody. There's things that I won't book, and I know we're getting onto that on another one of our ship less traveled series.
Yes, stay tuned, folks. But it's true, you know, there's an old saying, I don't know if you've heard this, but there's a lid for every pot. And I don't think that every travel agent is the right match for every single person. But what I will say, and I think serious travelers will agree, I think my most loyal clients would agree. In fact, I'll just say it. They've told me, when you find a good travel agent and you're a serious traveler, you stick with them even if it's across the miles, which is a great thing about technology because we can connect with people near, far, wherever you are. But the advantages of having a great travel agent is that you know your trips are going to be protected. You have those things that Lorraine and I talk about. So if you are new to travel, let's just say you've got to that point in your life where you can start taking some trips, or you've just got bitten by the travel bug. Again, think about who your travel agent is, what the benefits are, and why they do what they do. And if they can't back it up, if you see any of those red flags that we've talked about, think about who you're working with and find the right agent for you. If you think we're the right agent, then you can get in touch with us. I'm here in Canada and I help people out in North America. My name is Dave Wentworth, and you can find me at destinationwhatever.com.
And I'm Lorraine McCower, and I'm here in the UK. You can find me at bespokecruiseholidays.com.
Absolutely. And you can always find us here on the Ship Less Travel. We're on Facebook. Also, if you listen to podcasts, you can pick us up on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. So if you want to take us on your commute, we can be there with you. And we look forward to the next time we can cross paths. Smooth sailing, everybody. Take care.
Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Curious about small ship cruising and ready to start planning? We're here to help plan your next voyage, whether you're a first timer or a seasoned sailor.
If you're in the UK, I'd love to hear from you. You can find me at bespokecruiseholidays.com or visit my agency's Facebook page. Let's plan something unforgettable.
I'm in Canada and cover North America. Visit my website, destinationwhatever.com, or connect with my agency on Facebook. Let's get you on board. Literally.
If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Click on those like and subscribe buttons, and please share us with your cruise-loving friends. Support our channel and let's keep this ship sailing.
Thanks for coming on board. Until next time, this has been the Ship Less Travel, where small ships lead to big adventures.